What's up, guys? So before we get the video going, I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Splitfinger for letting me borrow this card. And one more thing I want to talk about is I've been getting a few comments lately saying that I've been doing too many expensive cards lately. These guys go for a million plus, and some of them are just too expensive. And I get that, but the thing is, my coin situation, like I said before, is not that great. So obviously, when I hear the names Jerry Rice, Charles Woodson, Lawrence Taylor, Lawrence Taylor only goes for like 370, not like Charles Woodson or Jerry Rice or those other guys who go for like a lot more. But the thing is, my coin situation is not that great, so there would be no way that I would be able to afford guys like Jerry Rice or Charles Woodson to get these reviews. So when they were offered, there was no way I could turn that down. I also want to do these big time player reviews too, not just the 84, 88, 89, 89 overall players. So don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna just do expensive players. I'm just taking advantage of the situation. These guys want to offer cards. I'm so grateful. I know a lot of guys want to see the big time players. How they play. So that's why I've been doing them. So don't worry, guys. I'm not just gonna do big time players. And just so you guys know, my very next player coming up on offense is going to be this Football Outsiders Latavius Murray. Is it Latavius or Latavius? I don't know. Anyways, this Murray card, and he has been requested for a long time. I finally got to him, and guys, I've played about maybe 4 games with him so far. I can tell you he is a nice surprise, but his review might not be out till maybe tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, guys, let's get back to this Lawrence Taylor card. So Lawrence Taylor, 98 overall, dual style man defense, pass rush style, 6'3", 88 speed, 91 strength, 87 play rec, 94 hit power, 98 pursuit, 94 tackle, 97 excel, and 96 block shed. Now he's a linebacker, but he has some amazing defensive end type stats, such as a 96 power move, a 97 finesse move, a 96 block shed, 98 pursuit. Those are defensive end type stats, man. So you will see my opinions on those in the review. But as far as linebacker goes, man, obviously he's a very solid linebacker. But you know what, man? Enough talk, man. Let me show you what I saw. Lawrence Taylor was an amazing run stopper, man. Reminded me a lot of Zach Thomas, just a little bit faster and a little bit stronger. Now, I know I said that he has amazing defensive end type stats, but honestly, I feel you could get the most out of him if you just leave him at his natural position. And here's why I say that. If you leave him at the outside position, about 90% of the time, I guarantee you he's going to get matched up against a wide receiver or a tight end, and he will absolutely destroy them. His blocks shit them like nothing, and it will be completely unfair. If you put him at defensive end, he's going to be going up against left tackles and right tackles, and I don't see him block shedding them as easily. Not that he can't do it, just it's not going to be as easy as say block shedding a wide receiver. So if you leave him at the outside position, I don't see like anything wrong with that at all. And also, he's not the best zone linebacker. Of course, he can't hold his own. He will get beat from time to time, but he more than makes up for that, with his run stopping ability. And this right here, I know he has great hit power, but I caused 0 fumbles out of like maybe 7 hit sticks. So I don't really see him causing many fumbles. I'm sure he will cause some, but if you're going up against guys who have like Walter Payton, Bo Jackson, these big time running backs, I don't see them fumbling often anyway. So I don't see why this would be any different. So just keep that in mind. And right here's what I'm talking about. He plays the zone like fairly well. In terms of zone, I would give him like a C plus. That would be my grading on him in terms of the zone coverage. But like I said, if your opponent is someone who likes to run the ball a lot and they try to run it to Lawrence Taylor's side, I guarantee you he will blow up that run. And when your opponent is facing a third and 10, third and 13, and they're going to pass the ball, then you can sub him out and put somebody else in, or just call a different type of formation that doesn't even involve Lawrence Taylor. So it's like only use him in running situations. I guarantee you, you will be successful. This right here was some of the bad plays. The good thing though is that he did not have many of these, and this right here, we'll talk about that zone will get beat from time to time. So if you see your opponent is like 30 and 13, 30 and 14, don't do not leave him in there. Definitely sub him out. If you want to put him at defensive end on certain plays, I get that. But if you know your opponent's going to pass and they're going to pass, to the outside or something, I say sub him out. Put like a different linebacker in there, or just call a formation that has more corners out there. Just definitely only depend on him in the run game. You will not be disappointed. So I know he goes for like how much? I think like 370 right now, and that's pretty good for a run stopper. But if you can afford it, definitely just get him for a role player. And this right here is what I'm talking about. I blitzed him, no QB container, nothing, just a natural blitz. Did not do that well. Now, I'm not saying that he can't play the defensive end spot. I'm just saying he did not get off the blocks very well against offensive linemen. This video is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at these block sheds, man. They're just disrespectful. And of course, like I said, these are against wide receivers. And if you leave him at outside linebacker, that's what he's going to be facing most of the time. And look at that. It's just unfair. I guarantee you he would not get those quick block sheds like that from left tackles over and over and over again. I guarantee you that. But I can't guarantee you that he would do that against wide receivers and tight ends. And right here, if you want to use him, that's fine. He's not really made for that, but if you feel you can do it, by all means do it. So definitely check out Lawrence Taylor, one of the best run stoppers in the game. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this review. My final thoughts. Do I think he's worth 370,000? Well, if you're just gonna put him out at the outside linebacker like I did, I don't know if he's worth 370. I mean, of course, he was getting good block sheds and everything, but I feel he played like maybe like in the 280, 300 area, which I'm sure his price will drop that low after a while. So another thing, if you get him, I know you might want to put him as a defensive end, like change his position, but honestly, if he plays the same way that he did for me when I blitzed him, if he plays that same way at the defensive end position, that's going to be very disappointing. So if you guys do get him and you do put him at defensive end, let me know. Let me know how he works out for you. But as far as an outside linebacker, man, like I said, great block shade, great pursuit. Not the best speed. He will get beat from time to time if you're going up against like really fast players. But all in all, obviously a great tackler, man. So definitely worth checking out. He is absolutely a top 5 outside linebacker, no doubt. And like I said, if you get a chance, man, check him out, and definitely worth checking out at least once to see how he fits your system. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of that, man. I will see y'all boys for the next review, which should be tomorrow. I'll see y'all boys then. Peace.